Now, Trump has won the election, but what does that mean? Before you press the unsubscribe button, just know that I neither supported Trump nor supported Kamala, which means I'm the perfect person to give you the unbiased, cohesive thoughts. My feelings weren't invested in the Republicans or Democrats. One of the reasons why I think that Kamala had lost was because people don't go for popularity anymore. Now, what does that mean? That means that Hollywood has less influence over everyday Americans than what they did previously. Just because Kamala had endless endorsements from celebrities such as Beyonce, Cardi B, Meg Thee Stallion, Usher, Robert De Niro, the list just keeps going on and on and on and on and on and on and on. People are not necessarily going to listen to those people anymore. There's been a paradigm shift in America. I subscribe to the same belief that Ricky Gervais, if you remember when he had given his speech, when he had hosted, I think the Oscars or Emmys, and he was saying that Hollywood elites have no idea how everyday Americans should feel and who they should vote for because they don't live in the same society that everyday Americans live in. When they win their award, they go up and they give a 20 to 30 minute speech detailing how Americans should be doing this and you guys should be feeling this way. We should be outraged about this. And then they go home to a 20 to 30 million dollar mansion while the rest of us are just trying to pay for mortgage and feed our families. It's not the same society. So people are not listening to these A-listers anymore about who they should be voting for. Like I said, there's been a paradigm shift, especially with young people. Thought I saw a statistic that said that Donald Trump won majority of male votes. 56% of vote of white men went towards Donald Trump. And I think 56% of white women actually voted for Kamala, which is very interesting. 44% of white men voted for Kamala, 44% of white women voted for Trump. Now that is a paradigm shift. And there has been a complete upscale of votes from minorities for Trump. People are not listening to these celebrities anymore. Like I said, another reason why I think that they lost is because it's the same reason why movies, Marvel and Disney, Star Wars included, has been failing. And your endless campaign to attract more women, you have been degrading men. What do I mean by that? Brie Larson, some years ago, before her, if I remember right, it was her Captain Marvel movie. I'm not sure if it was 1 or 2 came out. She said that I don't really care if white men go see my movie or something. It was something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing. Why would you say that and then be surprised when your movie does not do well in theaters? You offended probably more than half your audience and then are surprised when they don't turn up to see your movie. Shows like The View in particular. What do we need men for? We don't need men for this. We don't need men for that. We don't need men for this. And then are very surprised when men didn't go and vote for Kamala. So you have been failing to connect with more than half the population. Young men have been disassociating themselves with the Democratic Party and more aligning with the Republicans now. Other people will say, oh, it's because of the influence of Dana White and Elon Musk. Do they have more influence than all of the celebrities that Kamala had at her beck and call? I don't really think so. I think, like I said, there has been a paradigm shift in how people see celebrities. And like I said, this is not a celebration of, oh, Trump, he won the election or Kamala lost. But this is just a independent observation of how I see this election has played out. Now, I think it was, if I remember right, it was like the last 2 weeks that Kamala was trying to garner support from men when she was in that bar and they overheard her saying that she was trying to garner more support from men. It's too late. People have already set in their mind who they're going to vote 2 weeks before, especially months out. Maybe you might be able to change people's minds. Let's be real. You passed on one of the biggest podcasts that you could have garnered support from, the Joe Rogan podcast. You didn't want to do 3 hours. You wanted to do 1 hour, and then you wanted him to fly towards you. People want to hear the real conversations, which is why you sit down for 3 hours. Good conversations do not start until, I would say, after an hour. The first hour is people kind of feeling out each other, trying to test what the limits of what they can talk about, what they can pry out of you and all this kind of stuff. And then the real conversations start happening after an hour, after you get comfortable, after you share a cigar, after you share a drink. So the 3 hours, that's what the podcast is for. So you can loosen up and you can actually tell your real opinions on the matter. People wanted to hear real conversations, and that was a complete oversight on her campaign. Trump's won. He's going to do his 4 years. As Americans, I don't think you want the person who's in office to do a bad job. Let's hope that he does a good job. That's pretty much it. Everybody chill, relax, calm down. And if you agree with me, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you for watching my video.